Want to play a new game, shall we?
Sure.
This one on for size 18 and over. Welcome here. Week 18 is almost here. Before we wrap up the regular season, let's break out the whiteboards. Do you like that? And preview the big weekend ahead with a new segment we're going to call 18 and over. Peter, Jason, Kyle will be the order of business. Stop giggling. There are a ton of fantastic games this weekend, but let's focus on the quarterbacks. Okay. So fun there. Your favorite quarterback matchup, Peter, of Week 18 is?
I've got Justin Fields versus Jordan Love. There's so much intrigue here. We started the season week 1. Fox sent their #1 crew for this, and it was like, which one of these quarterbacks is going to seize the NFC North crown? And obviously it ended up being Goff, but the truth of the matter is, Fields is playing for a lot. Love is playing for a lot. And gosh, if Fields can beat Love in the playoff, Fields can beat Love in Week 18, it's a real opportunity for them to make this happen. And that suddenly we have an entire situation where the Packers are not going to Super Bowl for a second straight year. And then suddenly we have a deal where Chicago is got an all off season, and Fields is going to be the guy that everyone's talking about as, hey, the future of the team and the quarterback. So as we talk and the B-roll continues to run, and we can keep it with B-roll on, now we can go back. Yeah! Do it. That's it. This is what it is. I go Fields versus Love.
I love that. Those two guys playing for so much, although only one has a chance at the playoff. Fields playing for so much. I'm going with the big game that's going to cap it all off. I'm going with Tua and Josh Allen. This is the matchup we all want to see. Josh Allen has been dominant against the Miami Dolphins, but it is this season. Tua is the Pro Bowl guy. Buffalo Bills fans are pissed because they're saying Josh Allen was snubbed. Who cares? These two guys, no matter what Tua does, we go into this game, and all everybody is talking about is what Josh Allen can do. The heroics and all this, that, and the third. I want to see these two guys matched up. Can Tua come back? You talked about a few years ago, it was this game against the Buffalo Bills where the Dolphins had a chance to go into the playoffs. Tua didn't play great at all. There's another huge opportunity. Winner has the division. This is the biggest matchup of the week. I want to see how these two quarterbacks perform.
18 and over, I'm taking me to spring break.
I
to go to these places.
I know.
And it'd be like a guy on a microphone and be like, 18 to party, 21 to drink. And like then I'd be like, can I have a test tube shot?
And you get a bracelet that says 18.
I like that, there's young ladies at promotion, with the trays. It takes me back.
Any 3-day weekend, like Martin Luther King weekend, President's weekend, Veterans Day, there was something in New Jersey called Hunka-Bunka in Sayreville, New Jersey. Hunka-Bunka in Sayreville.
Burning love.
And in Hunka-Bunka, it was always for 21s. Yeah. But those 3-day weekends, those Sunday nights, 18 to party,
21 to drink.
The entire town of Freehold would come flooding into Sayreville. And let me tell you something, we made our mark.
Yeah, that's our wristband.
What was the name of it?
Hunka-Bunka.
Hunka-Bunka.
Strager just cleaning up. All right.
That should be the segment name.
Hunka-Bunka. It's so true. All right, here's a Hunka-Bunka football right here.
What you got?
We got it, folks. Darnold versus Wentz. Peter put this into the ether a few days ago. Like Peter on Monday. We might be getting in Niners-Rams, Sam Darnold versus Carson Wentz. Remember this year we've been having fun with the Madden Ultimate Team Edition, where there's this part of Madden in the game where you go into this bizarre world where it's like Dak Prescott is on the Broncos and Josh Allen plays for the Eagles. If you would go back to the world a few years ago and be like, check it, we're gonna get Darnold versus Wentz. Like, oh great, like Jets Eagles? No. Not even remotely close. That's like 12 teams later. This is a weird, bizarro quarterback cosplay. Sam Darnold on the Niners versus Carson Wentz on the Rams. It's, if you like football, and we're here at NFL Films, we love football. This is big time nerd geek bizarre stuff, and I'm gonna be watching every single down. 18 to party, 21 to drink. Let's go. So, give me some vanilla Stoli. Yeah.
So the irony is that you were on Wheel of Fortune, Kyle, recently, but Peter has purchased a few extra vowels when he has so eloquently explained over the last couple weeks all the different permutations, because I feel he's got an EA and a U in permutations.
That's not it, but that you made it your own.
You have made it your own. We appreciate it here for Week 18. That's going to have a massive impact on the immediate, not so immediate future. Week 18 matchup that you think will change the playoff seeding and draft order the most in your permutations.
Okay, so I think we're all talking about this Stafford versus Goff wild card week.
I can't wait for the B-roll to start on this, Peter. Just who knows what's going to happen.
I'm just staring at my microphone. Sorry.
I enjoyed it.
That's inside talk there.
Very inside
You should have seen what
talk.
was happening during Peter's last dissertation.
He's a pro.
My apologies to all. In set, out of set, at home, having to watch that.
I think he tased someone, Peter.
I know.
Peter actually tased someone.
I think there was an assault. I apologize. 49ers versus, I'm your 8-2. 49ers versus Rams. All right. I'm going to explain something. We might get Packers, Cowboys, but we also might get Rams, Cowboys week 1 in the wild card. If the Rams don't play anybody and the 49ers win, and then the Packers win, Packers are the 6. They go to Detroit for the first round, and it's the Rams going to Dallas. Really interesting deal. And I don't think McVay wants to play any starters. I don't think McVay wants to show anything. You're going to get Nakua for about 3 minutes, but I don't think the Rams want to show anything to anybody. I don't think the Niners want to show anything to anybody. This might be one of the most futile offensive game plans you've ever seen. Niners versus Rams with 2 offensive geniuses trying to be as vanilla as possible. Carson Wentz, go out there and just run. That might be the game plan for the Rams.
Go out there and just run.
We are all excited for Stafford's return to Detroit and Goff and McVay going up against Goff. I don't think we get it. I think the 49ers win this game. I think the Packers might win. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be Rams going to Dallas in the first round and not to Detroit.
Okay. Have you spent, since we talked about it, have you guys spent any time on Carson Wentz's Instagram?
No.
Yeah.
He likes to hunt. He likes to take pictures
More
of it.
hunting?
I'm telling you, sometimes here in Mount Laurel, there's a bunch of Canada geese outside. He would just go outside, just clean them up. They'd be gone. He likes them. He likes killing birds.
Killing them, that's it.
And
You
telling people about it.
to just line them out.
In order to do what he does, I've seen pictures of him in front of 100 ducks, just nailed to a wall. What are you going out there with a minigun, Carson? I thought it was supposed to be that.
Just a fire.
How can you kill that many ducks in one time? It's unbelievable.
And that's on the small end of the spectrum. There are some large animals on his Instagram.
Yeah, there's those two.
Sad.
Those two. Not my thing.
Bears-Packers is the matchup
Free
that's
country.
going to decide draft and playoff different things. We have a Packers playoff berth, as Peter he told you guys all plain and simple. They could be playing wild cards the whole 9 and 3rd. All right, on the other side, the Bears, the draft. This game could mean so much. Obviously, with the first overall pick, if Justin Fields goes out there and balls, what they do with that pick. They also have a top 10 pick, possibly with just their own record, their own first-round pick. So there's implications with that as well in this game. When you talk about the playoffs and the draft, this is the game, because all offseason we're going to be talking about that first overall pick, and some of that, all of that could be decided this week and what they do with it.
Fields can be pretty stoic. Some might say robotic.
Yeah.
Isn't he just so sick of hearing about this crap?
to be.
My
Yeah.
God. I'm going to talk to Justin Fields a little bit later. On Saturday night, I'm going to order some food in. I'm going to sit on the couch and watch football, and I'm going to order Thai food because I want Colts versus Texans to end in a tie. This is the one I want, okay? Do you understand the mass hysteria if Colts-Texans ends 16-16? It's going to be start stockpiling shotgun shells and canned foods and everything. Peter, just give us a little, a tiny taste of the ramifications of Colts-Texans ending in a tie.
Winning in either one, winning in, they're in,
Yes,
right?
but
a tie blows this whole thing up and can mess up everyone's playoff scenarios, because a tie would totally put the Bills at risk, the Steelers at risk, and then
so fun.
most importantly, the Jaguars at risk.
how about your boy Kornacki at the end in a tie?
Trust me.
Come on now.
He's a sleeves up.
I'm ordering Thai Saturday night, Jamie, in honor of a tie, right? That's what I want.
I appreciate
Okay.
that, and I was going to say, so different than your normal Saturday nights that you tell me.
Yeah, right.
We always strive for perfection on this show, as you can see within the minute. We just saw it with Peter. I mean, it happens, but people make mistakes. I made a mistake yesterday. I don't blame it on pregnant brain, but it happened. I went to go say Sam Darnold, and I accidentally said a completely different quarterback, and it triggered a memory for all of you. Take a listen. Rams-Niners, Week 18, since both teams have their seeds all locked up. Your starting quarterbacks in this matchup will be Carson Wentz.
Go on, this is great. I love
and
these guys.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
That'd be crazy if it was Bradford.
Sorry.
Imagine it was Bradford.
Imagine it was Flacco. Good trivia. What was the last team Sam Bradford took a snap for?
The Eagles. No. What's the Vikings?
You said before the 49ers, it would be for
No, Bradford.
We're back to Bradford. We can't do it.
We're talking about Sam Bradford. Week 18 of the 20.
I said the Vikings. I don't know.
Cardinals. He was the Cardinals quarterback. No.
Rewatching that was like a car crash for me. What's beautiful about the show, you make a mistake, you don't live it down. People just keep bringing it up, and then it becomes a topic of conversation. Bradford's been out of the league since 2018, but hearing his name, it got us thinking, which random quarterback from the last 20 years would you like to see get one more start this weekend in the NFL?
The last 20 years you're giving us.
Yeah,
okay, I'm trying to think here. Let's go here. All right, here's where I'm going.
You're just going to go Charlie Whitehurst, or where are you?
No, I was thinking about
Clipboard. I did too.
No joke.
Charlie.
Clipboard Jesus came up, and I was thinking about Charlie. I love Charlie.
It's crazy we all thought that.
43-year-old guy who I see every week and is still in incredible shape and still can move and throw the ball. I think Michael Vick can go one more game.
Go on.
I think if you put Michael Vick on any of these teams that are, eliminated or are likely eliminated and say, we need one game out of you, Michael Vick can still run and make one of these plays. Michael Vick can still throw and make one of these plays. Vick is still training. I know he is in great shape. I see him at Fox every single weekend. And I think he can still go. Testaverde, I think, played at 44. I think Brady played at 45, 46 maybe, Brady last year. Yeah. Michael Vick has one more game in him. He can move, he can still do it, and he's still got the mentals. I would say Michael Vick, one more game. I would love to see Michael Vick on the Lions-Vikings game. Suit up for the Vikings this week.
Sure.
I called the flag football game a couple years ago, Vick versus Favre, and Vick was the quarterback. Missiles. Absolute zoom, like missiles. He looked incredible. He could do it.
Charlie Whitehurst used to shower with his hat on backwards.
Why?
We were teammates.
The hair.
I have no idea why, but I love Charlie Whitehurst. He's not my quarterback. I'm going with the VY Vince Young. He was my teammate when I first got to Tennessee. This guy was electric. He was so much fun. So much charisma in the locker room, everything that he had to do with this guy was a Pro Bowl. And then he was just on the sideline for the Texas game. Gray beard made me feel really old. I was playing with this guy when I was in college, NCAA, then got to be teammates with him. VY, Vince Young, taking the field again. I don't care which team. Maybe he goes and plays for the Texans, a Houston guy. Let's see him on
I almost said Whitehurst. I almost said Young. Maybe I go Billy Volek. No, I got...
Who got you there?
Things need to be made right with this guy. He's got some things to make right. Maybe us in the media have some things to make right. I think this is the number one of all time. Jamarcus Russell, still potentially the most talented quarterback to ever come out, and you know how it ended. Raiders, Al Davis, Lane Kiffin, just a disaster. And you saw recently he came out and wrote this post for The Athletic, and he just talked all about it was called "Y'all Don't Know a Damn Thing About Jamarcus Russell." He talked about his weight, he talked about purple drank, he talked about all of it. And I think he became, in so many ways, he was such a punching bag. Like, I'm looking even through his wiki, and it's like, in 2013, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported Russell had returned to his rookie weight. Like, it was so much tracking of his weight and his this and that. Still allegedly could say, be on his knees and throw it 300 yards through the uprights. I miss Jamarcus and what he could have been. Jamarcus Russell, I'd like to see it.
People so badly wanted a reason or an excuse why it wasn't going well for him, and it was just like, let's just pick apart his entire life. And
it didn't help that he held out.